Hey guys, how's it going? Cubicle Labs currently has two magnetic 2x2s for sale. That's the ChuWen M and the XingHen M. So today I'd like to take a look at the two, compare them, and figure out which one is the better buy. The basic information on these two cubes is actually very similar, which probably isn't surprising considering they both come from the same parent company, Moyu. Of course, they both measure 50mm by 50mm, which is not surprising. The XingHen weighs 63 grams, that's with the magnets, and then the ChuWen weighs 64, so pretty much the same there. Finally, and probably most importantly, they both cost $31.99 on the Cubicle Labs website, so all we're comparing here is performance, not price. So let's talk about how each one of these cubes performs, starting with the XingHen. The XingHen M has very controllable, smooth, almost sluggish speed to it. The sound is muted but still a little bit clacky. The magnets feel very, very strong, almost overpowering sometimes, and they create an overall bumpy feeling which is definitely not present in the original XingHen. On the other hand, the stability is nearly perfect due to the magnets, and corner cutting is possible at almost any angle. To me, the XingHen M's strength is also its weakness. It's the ultimate in controllable, stable 2x2s, but the magnets can feel restricting and awkward at times, leading to slow, choppy turn. Now for the ChuWen. It has much faster turning and can actually be uncontrollable at times. It feels a little bit bumpy from the plastic, sort of has a buzzy sound to it, similar to the old Wit2 2x2s, and the magnets feel relatively weak. I think that's probably because there's a little bit of space between each of the corner pieces, which separates the magnets a little bit. The stability isn't quite as good as the XingHen, but it is far better than the non-magnetic ChuWen, and their corner cutting is again slightly worse than the XingHen, but still perfectly adequate for me. The ChuWen M is most notable for its smoother style compared to the somewhat choppy XingHen. The downside is that it can be a little bit out of control sometimes. So what are my personal thoughts on these cubes? To start off, I think they're both excellent cubes and they are both worthy of being a main speed cube. I really enjoy the confidence that I get when I solve on the XingHen, just knowing that I won't overshoot and I won't have lockups due to instability. But on the other hand, it feels kind of awkward to solve on, to be honest. It's just a little bit too stable, it feels rigid, like I'm really having to force it to turn, almost makes my hands tired after a while. And as nice as it is to have that turning accuracy, I don't think the trade-off is worth it. In contrast, I really like the sort of bumpy crispiness that the ChuWen has. It's really pleasant to solve on, it makes me want to practice. So for right now, I'm leaning towards using the ChuWen as my main. The thing I'm a little bit worried about though is that uncontrollable cubes tend to do worse in competition for me, and I have yet to use the ChuWen M in competition, so we'll see how that goes. I won't swear on it yet, but I'm thinking the ChuWen will be my main from now on. So that's all I have for today. Thanks to Cubicle Labs for sending me these two cubes. Thanks to you guys for watching. Be sure to check the link in the description if you want to buy one of these for yourself, and I'll see you guys next time.